Okay. Welcome. Let's come and start at the top of our mats today. Taking a moment to root down through the fronts of the feet, the heels, opening the shoulders, lifting the crown of the head, and just gently giving the head a nod, yes. And a gentle shake, let's go no. So go from one side to the other. Feeling the soles of the feet gently lift through the arches, softening the knees. Inhale, take the arms up and overhead, reaching those fingertips, feeling the length through the sideways. Exhaling through the center line, generously bending the knees. Inhale, come to a flat back extension. Exhale deeply through the knees, let the arms drop and then start to lift them through Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale through forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, come back to Utkatasana. We're going to do this a couple of times just to warm ourselves up. So we're exhaling, coming to a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, lifting the chest to Utkatasana. One more time, reach the arms down, forward fold. Flat back. Forward fold. And up to Utkatasana. So this time, let's go a little bit deeper by sinking those hips, raising the fingertips. Seeing if you can feel a little bit more lengthening through the spine as you do this. And then pressing into the heels, come into an extended mountain. Let's drop the right hand down the right side as we reach the left arm over towards the right, coming into a lateral stretch. Good. Take both arms up and overhead. Exhale the left arm down. Let's reach over towards the left this time. Inhale, both arms overhead. Let's come back to Utkatasana. Firing up the legs. And then bringing the hands down. And take your time now just to pedal the legs through your forward fold. So depending on where you've been, perhaps you need to take a little bit more movement, sinking each knee down to encourage a bit more stretch into one side and then the other. Before finding a place you can find stillness, taking opposite elbow with your hands and just let the upper body start to rest. Down onto the thighs. Release the hands, inhale, flat back. Exhale now, we're going to take the hands to the mat. Slide that left leg back. So we're coming into a lunge to start with, just letting that left hip drop. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Leave the left hand on the mat. Let's reach the right arm up and overhead. Take the right arm up and behind you as the left arm reaches up and you come to your low lunge. Windmill the hands to frame that front foot. Untuck the back toes, lift the back leg. Slide the front foot to meet the back so that you're in your full plank. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to bend the knees and crouch back. Look forwards towards the hands, so fully extending the arms, and then push into plank. Okay, so make sure your back toes are well tucked. Let's do that again. So really send the hips back, look forward, see if you can really press through the arms, and then push to plank. Let's do this a few more times. So sending hips back, crouching, and then forwards. So use a little bit of a power through the shoulders, through the hips to bring yourself forwards. One more time. Forwards. And let's lower knees, chest and chin, sliding through to cobra. Let's do 3 cobras. Using your inhale to wave up and your exhale to wave the body down. Inhale, lifting that chest up. Exhale down, lovely. Tuck the toes, press into the knees, lift the belly button and the hips. Come into half plank, full plank. And let's lift the hips once again and come to downward facing dog. Take a moment here to enjoy the length through the backs of the legs. Gently pressing the heels away from each other, finding that more intense stretch. Full breath in. And exhale. Good. Lift the right leg, bend the right knee, bring the right foot forward, so we're back where we started, but in high lunge variation. Left hand still on the mat, right arm up and overhead. Let's take that right arm up and behind you, so the left arm reaches up, you're in a high lunge with that twist, still on the same leg. And then windmilling the hands forwards. We're going to hop forwards, just with that standing leg being your right leg. Extend the left leg behind you, so you're in a variation of Virabhadrasana 3. And then bring the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Press into the heels, up into extended mountain. And exhale, hands behind the back. Take a moment just to come to a back bend or stay in Tadasana. If you're coming to a back bend, press your hips forward, send your arms away from the back and look up. And slowly return to all meet at the top of the mat, ready for the other side. Take a breath in and exhale. Soften the knees, inhale, arms up and overhead. Let's come down into forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, lift the chest, lift the arms, sink deep. Exhale, down into forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. So this time we're going to pick the right leg up, send it back, and lower the right knee. So we're going into our low lunge first. Place the right hand on the mat. Let's lift the left arm up and overhead, just dropping that right heel. Take that left arm behind you as the right arm reaches up and overhead. So a gentle twist to start. Windmill the hands down. Lift the back foot. Come into your high lunge. Take a moment here. Inhale with the right hand on the mat. Take the left arm up and overhead. And then come around into that high lunge variation with the right arm. Windmill the hands down. Press into the right foot. Let's lift that back leg. So the left leg is raised. The right leg is standing. And hinge the right foot to meet the left. Find your forward fold. Inhale, flat back extension. Take a moment here just to feel the length between the backs of the legs, the cantilever of the body. Soften your knees. Good. Take the arms up. Let's find chair pose. Pressing into the heels, come into extended mountain. Option here to either stay in Tadasana or interlacing the fingers behind you. Let's come into That gentle back bend where we're squeezing the hips forwards and maybe taking the arms off the back body. Release the hands up and overhead. Let's come back into chair pose one more time. Exhale the hands all the way through to your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Pick that right foot up again, send it all the way back. Just hold for a minute, let the right hip drop. And then slide the left leg back so that you're in your full plank. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll squeeze those hips back as we extend through the arms, look forwards, and then shoot forwards. So you're really trying to send the hips in the direction of the heels as you come backwards, and then use your legs to shoot the bodies forwards into a plank pose. Just seeing how far back you can get your hips before you come forwards. We'll just do a couple more of these. And then the next time you come forwards, your choice if you want to do knees, chest, chin, or perhaps you're ready for a chaturanga. Sliding into upward dog or into your cobra. And if you're doing cobra, do around 3 rounds, gently lifting and lowering with each breath. If you're in upward facing dog, see if you can press into the tops of the feet, lift the thighs, fully extend the arms. Everybody lower the knees. Send the hips back, come into your extended child's pose. So arms reaching forwards. And then with the toes at the back of the mat, lift the hips so that they're on top of the knees. Fingertips reaching forwards, come into your puppy pose. So either forehead to the mat, or if you're working towards the chest or chin, you can work here. Keeping those hips nice and high, keeping them working backwards, really starting to stretch through the shoulders, the upper parts of the back. And then sliding the hips forwards, keep them off the mat. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees so that you're in your forearm plank. Now in your forearm plank, start to zip your legs up so you're nice and strong. Challenge here for your balance. Point your right toes and lift them off the mat and replace them. So we're just lifting one leg, seeing if we can keep the body really strong. So lift a leg and lower. The leg doesn't need to lift very high. We're just seeing if we can work that core. There's no rocking of the pelvis. See if you can keep it really stable. I know this is a challenge, but we're all up for that. Let's do a couple more. Finish on the left. Lower your knees and make your way back into puppy pose. Just taking the time here to really stretch out and release. Good. Coming forwards, you can stay on your knees, just bring your hands closer in, raise the left arm up and overhead, and we'll thread it through the right, sliding the right arm forwards. So we're coming in to thread the needle. Really get deep into that left shoulder. So the palm of the left hand is reaching up towards the ceiling. Another breath here before we bring the right hand below the right shoulder, pressing so that we can come back to all fours. And let's lift that right arm now, threading underneath the left. Lengthen out that left arm and really see if you can tuck that right shoulder underneath, perhaps as far as underneath that left armpit. Another breath here. Sliding that left hand back so it's underneath the left armpit. Pressing up into all fours. We're going to finish with a cat-cow, so dropping the belly, lifting the chest. Rounding through the spine. Let's do a couple more just to release and ready yourself for the rest of your day. Good, come back to neutral, start to bring your hips back, walk your fingertips back, bring your palms together and take a moment just of gratitude for yourself for starting your day right. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.